Bangalore is a very special city because it is a city of, for, and by citizens. And that culture and that ethos has not changed. And I'm glad it hasn't, because I think citizens are able to work with the government. They're able to influence government. They're able to come up with ideas that the government will take notice of. So if you think about TenderSURE, it was just a citizens' initiative, and we all kind of got very excited.
And today it has changed the face of central Bangalore.
Yeah, and we all got very excited. We put a little bit of capital behind shaping that idea. And once the idea was shaped, we took it to the government. We took it to successive governments because there were many changes at that time. But every chief minister was very intrigued by that idea and finally got it off the ground. And when we finally implemented it, I think everyone can see what a difference it's made to the city. And I feel very proud of the fact that I was very deeply engaged with that particular initiative. Similarly, if you think about Science Gallery, think about your own museum that is going to come up at NGEF. All these are initiated and mooted by citizens, right? And when they come up and when they are big successes, you feel very, very, proud of it. Similarly, we've come up with the BPAC initiative where we've just focused on city governance. And I think we've been able to influence a lot of policy change. Look at BMLTA.
Right.
That's something that's purely come out of BPAC.
Right.
Where we kept telling the government.
It took a decade, I think.
Right? We've been working on it for a decade. We've been telling the government, guys, you can't work transportation in silos. You've got to integrate it. And now the BMLTA has come into being, and I hope we implement it properly. Of course, there are pulls and pushes within every government. We shouldn't give up. The good news is that, the bureaucracy still works with citizens, which is a great thing. Nowhere else in the country will you see this. And there's a trust factor which is missing in every other city. But Bangalore enjoys that trust factor with the government. I don't think anyone feels that there is some vested interest in what we are doing. Even MAP, which is a private museum now, everyone's so proud of it because it stands for Indian culture and showcasing Indian art to the world. I think everything we do in Bangalore is world class, if I may say so.
And it's also it's also kind of reinventing stuff, right? The museum, the concept of the museum itself. Abhishek has taken it to the next level and showing the world, what can a contemporary city like Bangalore.
I think people like Abhishek has actually shown what is possible when you have vision and when you have a purpose. You can do wonders. That's what every one of us, whether we are entrepreneurs, whether we are, art lovers, music lovers, or anything we do, when we kind of put our minds to it, we create world-class institutions. That is what makes us very special. And I just wish our infrastructure was world-class.
Hopefully, it's making progress. So we'll be optimistic about that.
Yeah, I am optimistic. I mean, Central Bangalore is quite world-class,
correct.
I would say. And if we could only emulate that throughout the city.
The newer parts will take time.
Yeah, but I also believe we've sort of, taken our eye off the ball when it comes to planning the city. And that's why we are in the state we are. I mean, if you go to many of these new developments, you suddenly look at the quality of the villas or the apartment blocks. They're pretty impressive.
Yeah, but when you come out, then things are like...
The growth has been so massive that any city would have had challenges. And then, of course, it's an Indian city with not too many powers devolving into the city.
For stories like this, keep following us. From Code to Culture, our podcast. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media.